Greetings. Welcome back once again to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon. Today we're going to be looking at the Star Wars Black Series 40th anniversary, A New Hope, even though, originally it was just Star Wars, but then it eventually became A New Hope. Chewbacca. Yes, I will say it is carded, but the bubble is starting to pull away. I actually purchased this on Facebook from one of the greats, Justice Curry. So be sure to give him a click. I'm going to tag him down in the description below. So, what do you say we don't waste any time and get right into it? So as we typically do, we're going to look at the packaging, bust them out, look at the accessory, look at the figure itself, check the articulation or lack thereof, gear them up and get them on the shelf. Now, this is my one and only Chewbacca that I have. I do have a Zalbar, which uses the same body. And I have a Holiday Wookiee. Yes, he's in storage, awaiting his triumphant return in November. So, yes, this is my first Chewbacca. Looking at the packaging, this is a carded figure. Up here on the very top, we have the foil stamped 40th anniversary Star Wars logo. 4+ Star Wars. The original from the movie poster image, or some of it at least, Chewbacca. It's a fairly nice recreation of the original card. Kenner, don't choke. So, as I said in the intro, the bubble on this has started to come away, and it's not anybody's fault, really. I mean, it's a glued product, and if it's hanging with the weight of this amount of plastic, yeah, it's just going to pull away. Come around here to the back. It would not be Hasbro or Disney without an assload of stupid script. Stupid script. Now, we do actually have a cross sale. Nice. And of all these figures, I have two. Yeah, I have two. I'm a little bit behind on my A New Hope, episode 4, whatever you want to call it. And in case you're wondering, yes, way up here is the Black Series logo. They did sneak it somewhere on the package. So, what do you say we make some mint on card collectors cry and get this thing open? Now, it is taped along this edge. Yeah, it's got that wraparound plastic. And then they taped the back of the plastic. But with where it has come apart, I'm able to just pull that out. And toss that. So here he is in his plastic prison. What do you say? We take just a moment and get the accessories out, shall we? Because I've noticed something that I don't think I've ever noticed before with a bowcaster character. Yeah, I've seen enough reviews to know certain things are fairly common. For example, most Wookiees cannot move worth a darn. And more importantly than that, that every single bowcaster in the Star Wars Black Series collection is bent to shit. But you know what? This one is not bent to shit. Holy crap. Okay, it's a little bit enclosed back here. Okay, yeah, this one's just square pegged, so it doesn't look like it really is going to affect anything however you plug it in. So he comes with this bowcaster. Now the bowcaster, yeah, it looks like it was done in like a dark metallic gunmetal and then given a really heavy black wash. We've got a lot of what looks like paint has chipped off. It's worn, it's old. Got the dual scope system on the top, pistol grip, stock, trigger, the cross arms, even what looks like an iron sight up here on the front. Interesting. I like it. And I will be very careful sitting it over there. Now as for the figure, you know what, we'll be back. I just figured out that why he's not coming out easily. He's rubber banded in. That's why he wasn't coming out. I was about to say, there's not a whole lot holding him into the plastic. Okay, so, looking at the figure, I mean, there's no denying who this character is. Got the open mouth, I don't know, growling, screaming look going on. The slick back dog hair. Nice bandolier coming over the shoulder. Lots of these silver, I don't know if they're energy boxes, if they're ammo, I mean, but a lot of it is really badly painted. The boxes themselves are painted fine, but there's a lot of overage that ends up on the strap. Now there's also silver in there where the rivets are attaching the strap, the securement strap to the actual shoulder strap. Silver here on the large rivet. Silver on the rings. Silver on these clasps. There's a lot of actual paint on this. A little bit of a manufacturing defect there. But it looks good. The fur over the entire body is given multiple layers of color. Teeth are well painted there in the mouth. Tongue is well painted. Eyes are, and they're pretty good. I mean, they're kind of recessed back in the sculpt. So getting paint to those kind of places is usually not an easy task. And look at those feet. My goodness. Articulation-wise, head is on a ball joint. You do get a little bit of side-to-side. But because of the fur sculpted in the front and the back, you don't really get any up and down. Maybe a tiny bit of tilt, but it starts to lift the fur off and it looks awkward. Arm hinges up to 90 degrees. The arm will rotate all the way around. Single jointed elbow, but you get the fur actually caught inside the sculpt. So, I mean, you can get it up a little higher if you find a spot where the fur's not hanging. Still not 90 though. Rotation at the elbow. Hands rotate. Now they've got a lot of fur sculpted hanging down off the hand, but the problem is if you bring the hand up, it looks awkward with hair just sticking straight out. There is a horizontal hinge on the left hand and on the right. So he has, the way I remember, 1, 2 rotation points on the torso. So he gets good rotation. When it comes to going forward or back, well, he gets a little bit of back. Seems to be easier to get him to go back than forward. A small amount of tilt, but it doesn't actually hold. Coming out, that's it. That's all the farther the legs kick out. Less than 90 on the 1 foot stand. We have a thigh cut for rotation. A single jointed knee. Now, the cut on this knee is fairly large. But once again, once you get up to a certain point, the hair starts to jam into the actual hinge. But you can get it up to about 90 degrees. Rotation at that knee. The foot, you can see the hinge up underneath the fur there. So you get about that far back, about that far forward. Front facing pin for rocker. Now comes the fun part. We are going to get this into his hand without bending it to shit. Who's up for the challenge with me, huh? Anyone? Anyone at all? Come on, somebody. Okay, so a little bit of pressure. Nope, can't do it that way. Coming off camera to open the hand up. And I hate doing stuff off camera, because you should be able to see the struggles that one has to deal with. Aha. And we got that hand in. Try to get this hand opened up a little bit. We'll reattach that at a later point if we can actually get this into his hand. So yeah, it's at a point where if I could just get the thumb to hook into this gap, I think we'll have it. But it's not wanting to, so we're going to mimic like he's holding it. And there we have it. Make sure you tuck that strap back up under the shoulder. And there you have it. So, what do you say we take a moment and get him up on the shelf? Two bowcasters close together. Two of these bandoliers close together. Han right behind him. And another Wookiee nearby. Is it fate that he was picked today? Probably not, because I let my daughter pick the ones we were reviewing this week. Oh well, once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all next time.